Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel, Devin TooWoke. My name is Devin, and if you're listening to this on the audio version, welcome to the Devin Hour podcast. Today is TooWoke Wednesday, where we address some of the most controversial and standout topics that I feel the need to give my opinions on. There really wasn't much that went on within the last week, so there really wasn't a lot of topics to address. So that's good, because that means there's less work for me to do and less video I have to edit. So with that being said, let's get straight into it. So first, let's start off with this sudden fetishization of Steve Harvey, of all people. I don't know what the root of this love for Steve Harvey is coming from, but I'm gonna just need y'all to stop. I woke up this morning and I was, opening up Twitter as you do, as a regular citizen of the world. You wake up and you automatically go onto social media. So I go onto Twitter and then I see so many tweets talking about Steve Harvey and how attractive he is. I am just disgusted. You know what? Let me just also say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. If you think that Steve Harvey is attractive, good for you. I just wish that you would keep that to yourself. Whenever I see Steve Harvey, I literally see Mr. Potato Head, and also on top of that, I see somebody's hood ass uncle, and I don't want no parts of that, okay? It seems like ever since Steve Harvey has gotten his suits tailored for his body, you guys have been thirsting. If you are out here spreading this Steve Harvey propaganda about how attractive he is, you should have your account suspended. I'm disturbed by your personal choices. Now that I got that off my chest, let's get into the next topic, which is Apple's iOS 14. So I have been anticipating Apple's iOS 14 since the beginning of this year because I knew it was going to be like my first major Apple update. And I find it so funny that I left Android just for Apple to kind of pick up on a lot of Android features, being widgets, for example. That was one of the things that I knew for a fact that I was going to miss switching onto Apple. Now you get to change up your app's picture so you could make it anything that you want, which I think is pretty cool. I just love now that Apple with this update is now allowing you to like personalize your phone a little bit more, because I kind of feel like with Apple a lot of the times one size fits all. I'm happy that there's now more customizable options for your phone. Now I wish that I could just put apps wherever I want. I think that'll be great, but it's a work in progress. We're taking one step at a time. I know Apple is very slow when it comes to accommodating to what people actually fucking want. I kind of want to create like my own Pokemon layout where I might have to, dig into my Photoshop skills to create. But you know what? I'm committed to it. I want to do a Pokemon layout, or I might just make every page like a different theme. So I haven't really figured out what I'm going to do. You could definitely expect a YouTube video on my iOS 14 layout. So now that that's done, let's talk about Cardi B and Offset. So it recently came out that Cardi B has filed for divorce. And at first I was like, oh my God, Offset must have cheated. Offset did something, okay? This was the last straw. But Cardi B has taken the time out of her busy schedule to go on to Instagram Live and tell us exactly what's going on.
First of all, no, I want to say this first, right? I'm sorry, y'all. I get nervous when I get on live. I've been seeing all the love and prayers and everything that you guys been sending me, and I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you so much. However, I don't really need it. I'm okay. I want to let y'all know I have not shed not one tear. Every single time that, this guy had done something so crazy, so fucked up, and it hits the media, I'm always crying. I'm always stressed out. I'm sad because I don't like that type of shit. This time, I wasn't crying. You want to know why? Because it wasn't, the reason of my divorce is not because of none of that shit that ever happened before. It's not because of cheating. I'm seeing people like, oh, he has a baby on the way. That's a whole fucking complete lie. There's like the second time that people's trying to pin babies over here. No, that's bullshit. I just got tired of fucking arguing. I got tired of not seeing things eye to eye. So before, when you feel like it's just not the same anymore, before you actually get cheated on, I'd rather just leave.
Before I get into that, I just want to say that I do appreciate that Cardi B is taking the narrative in her own hands. She's not allowing the world to like create this narrative of why they got divorced. She decided to address it head on, which I very much appreciate. And something that I really do like about Cardi B is that she always addresses issues head on. She never just let them linger for the world to figure out. Cardi B went onto her Instagram live to just basically say that she's just tired of arguing. She didn't sound too distraught about it. I mean, obviously I don't know what she's feeling. I'm not her and I'm not around her, but you know, she seems like, you know, she's moving on, which is good. Having single Cardi B back would be is going to be a moment. We haven't heard Offset's side of things yet, but based off of what Cardi B is saying, it doesn't sound like it's going to be a nasty divorce. I hope it doesn't become that way. You know, I hope that they could go about this as adults, especially since their child is involved. I really hope this is like a smooth process for Cardi B. I hope that this doesn't become something completely negative and a shit show. So our final topic for today is about Mr. White Chocolate, the white man that y'all have allowed to be the ambassador of whining for the island of St. Lucia. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. But let me just tell y'all what the situation is before I get into reading him for filth and reading y'all for filth. So Mr. White Chocolate was in headlines recently because he got onto this British roundtable conversation about Black Lives Matter, and he was talking about how he basically paved the way for Black people to brand whining.
People actually should do sometimes for white people is to not only drop the mic but walk away from the mic and walk away from their privilege when they can. Power. And this is why I find those questions interesting, not because I feel like what you're doing as an individual, you're entitled to like anything you like, but all these things are small actions that accumulate into systematic issues. For me, ask me what they should do or some people could do is walk away from that. Acknowledge it, but walk away. Could you do it?
Could I walk away? Yes, I could. Yeah, I could. But the thing is with what I do, it's obviously just a dance move. So whining is part of Caribbean culture and it's been there for years, right? What I did was basically come and brand it in a way like, so not brand whining, but as in like,
He's like, stop there.
It's just like, turn it into something that can be a profession, right? So I'm not going to say before me, because there was people before me, but it never got to that.
Rants. I was the first.
Yeah, right. So I think in a way I have been paving a way for Black people to come after me. You know, when I'm when I'm speaking, it's off-putting. Everyone keeps like looking at each other like.
Yes, all of the above. But can you just finish what you were saying, that you're paving the way for Black people to?
No, not paving the way for Black people as such. Paving the way for someone to do what I do. I've completely lost my train of thought, to be honest.
Throughout that whole entire round table, and let me just say that round table actually really did have some great conversation. There was conversation about race. There was conversation about Black people and religion. Throughout that whole entire video, I was confused as to why White Chocolate was there. Eventually, 2 and 2 came together, and of course, they're going to talk to him about, you know, him being a white person that is in Black spaces. So I understood why he was there, but he really didn't add anything to the conversation. What I found so funny about when he made the comment about him paving the way was, prior to him making that comment, he just kept talking and he really wasn't like making sense. He said before he made that ignorant ass comment that he branded whining. The Black people in the room was like, what? And I felt like he should have stopped there. I think even somebody said, oh, I think he should stop there, and he should have. But he decided to keep talking, and he put his whole entire foot in his mouth. Mind you, I have seen White Chocolate's videos before. Like, of course, me being a Caribbean person who follows other Caribbean people on social media, he has popped up on my timeline here and there. I know that there's a lot of people who go up for him because he's a white man that knows how to whine. Me seeing a white person whining wasn't something revolutionary. It wasn't something that I was like shocked to see, because I have seen it so many times in my life that I was just like, okay, he's a Caribbean, or at the time I thought he was a St. Lucian that know how to whine. He didn't really impress me. He didn't impress me enough to be like, oh, I'm gonna invest myself in his content like a lot of people did. So I really don't understand the hype behind him. I was very confused. But throughout this interview, I found out that he's not St. Lucian. He just lived in St. Lucia for 2 years, which I was like, damn, like I thought he was really St. Lucian. I thought that this was his culture, but it's not. He's a white man from Britain who stayed in St. Lucia for 2 years and now has been claiming that he's from St. Lucia. And let me just say that I am so tired of white people taking credit and acting like they paved the way for things that they've colonized. Boy, you ain't paved the way for no black people to bust a wine. You know what? I was going to go off on social media about this, like give my complete thoughts and opinions on Twitter and Instagram. But then I found out that he was British. And a couple weeks ago when we were talking about Adele, African Americans were told to shut our mouths. Black folk in Britain and in the Caribbean are mad. And now y'all guys could go ahead and fight that battle on your own. We were told as African Americans to shut our mouths, so we are going to shut our mouths. So we're just going to sit back and enjoy. White Chocolate even came out with this apology to try to clarify what he said. But honestly, I think it's a bunch of bullshit. I don't understand what the attraction is to him anyways, because I have seen some good wines in my lifetime, okay? I have participated in a lot of good whining before, and I don't think that this man's wine is really that special. Like, I have definitely seen dudes do it a lot better and with a lot more, you know, flavor than he's doing it. Like, what he's doing is fine, it's cute, like, I guess it's a decent wine, but I have definitely seen a lot of dudes do it better, and he really is not something to be that impressed about. And I just hope that we just never have to hear from him again. White Chocolate, go about your way. Don't ever come back. And don't let the door hit you where the good Lord splits you. Okay? So with that being said, that is the end of Too Woke Wednesday. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you tune in this Friday for the final episode of the Drag Queen Extravaganza with Darby Lynn Cartwright. And also, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you look out for some upcoming videos. Like, comment, and subscribe. I really would like to hear what you have to say on these specific topics. And stay and subscribe for weekly content, okay? I started doing Music Mondays, and now you got Too Woke Wednesdays, and now I want to implement some other videos in here. I want to just experiment with videos. So, you know, we're going to get to work. So with that being said, you have a good day. Stay woke, and I will catch everyone next week.